Previously on Survivor. After Jeff was blindsided at the first merge vote, Annie, Lucas, and Polis were on the bottom.
I did cry today. It was a combination of things. For one thing, I really am gonna miss talking to Jeff about Survivor stuff. It's a hard situation to be in. I don't blame myself if I don't end up coming out of it successfully.
However, the Superlatives Challenge ended up revealing a power struggle between Kyle and Pablo. The next question is, who do you think has the most alliances? The correct answer was, in fact, Pablo and Kyle. It was a tie, so all of you will get a point. At the challenge, Lucas secured a steal a vote advantage.
I did get the secret advantage. I can swap somebody's vote. So I get 2 votes and I get to cancel out somebody else's vote. It's like really nice.
After hearing that Pablo was planning on targeting them, Emma and Kyle organized a blindside against him.
I went to Kyle and I said, what if we voted out Pablo instead? We know that Pablo wants to make a big move in the next couple of votes, and realistically, you're probably the one the big move is against.
So,
we're voting Pablo out tomorrow.
Pablo.
We have 9 people left, and after the challenge, I'm feeling like a bit of a target.
Pablo, you are the 8th person voted out and the 2nd member of our jury. Please bring me your torch.
I respect it. When it comes to
Who will be voted out tonight?
It's the day after the tribal that we voted Pablo out at. Before that tribal, Pablo whispered to me, promise that I'm not going home tonight. And I had no other option but to promise him that because I did not want him going to Michael and telling Michael to play his idol on Pablo. So I made a promise I couldn't keep. Don't hate the player, hate the game, Pablo. On our walk home, me, Alex, Emma, and Michael all went towards the reg, so we were able to sit down and have a discussion about what went down and smooth things over with Michael. And I think Michael actually still wants to work with us, knowing that he has no other option because the other group wants him out.
Once we kind of smoothed things over with Michael, we kind of gave him the option to pick who do we want of the 4 others to go. So Michael says, no, I want Lucas gone. And it makes sense why, because getting rid of Lucas hurts Kyle's game, and Lucas is also very shifty.
Ideally, I think Lucas goes home.
Okay.
But I was a little bit...
Which I'm fine with, yeah.
Yeah, because right now, Kyle is running the game. And if we can't get him out at this point, we need to get out somebody who's literally in his back pocket.
Literally.
That conversation yesterday, Lucas is in his back pocket, and Kyle knows.
Bestie, what are you doing? What's up?
Dude.
Lucas called Kyle, and we had to all pretend like we weren't in the room, and Kyle had to pretend that he was doing a project in the reg by himself.
No, I totally agree with you. It's okay. We're chilling though. I feel good about tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you talked to anybody else?
No, not yet. I'm tired. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I need this for you too, so I'll talk to you later.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Bye. Holy shit. Fuck Lucas.
From that phone call, it was very obvious that Kyle has Lucas wrapped around his finger. I mean, it's literally like Lucas calls him and goes like, "Hey bestie, like what's up? Where's everyone at?" Lucas is cool. Lucas is the homie, but Michael wants him gone, and it would benefit us because Kyle's number gets taken away. We still have the majority at 4.
To repair relationships with Michael, I have to agree to taking Lucas out now, which honestly isn't a good move for like my game, or it's not good for my game. I don't want to say it's not a good move for my game because it is a good move for my game in terms of repairing my relationship with Michael, but it's bad for my game because Lucas is wrapped around my finger. Still having the idol means that I'm safe at this vote, potentially. I have to meet with Michael. Me and Michael are going to talk, actually, about what we want to do with our idols, because maybe it's not the most optimal play right now for us to both play our idols.
Kyle has an idol, Michael has an idol, and Michael's claiming once again, like, I'm going to play the idol no matter what, you can't change my mind. And Kyle says, well, if you play our idol, I'll play my idol as a sign of trust. I don't think either of them are going to play their idols. And I think they're both going to have them at 7, which is starting to become a problem because we're not in the end game yet. We're still like mid game, but we're going to. And the further they both get along with their idols creates a problem for me.
This like double idol play, I think should happen at 7. I think that we should both play it at 7, and then take out Lucas this time and Annie the next time.
So you want to hold on to the idol? Okay.
I think like that is ideal. That being said, like that's kind of why like I need to trust you right here.
Yeah,
like you need to tell me if I need to play it, right?
I will tell you
because we need each other in this game.
If you get voted out the next one, I swear to you, I have nothing to do with it then.
Yeah.
Because I will let you know. You've been my number one since like the beginning, so I will let you know. Yeah.
Emma and I are grabbing dinner tonight at Medici to cross out Pablo and Jeff's name from our signatures on the wall that we did. So that's gonna be really fucking funny because we took them both out. Me and Emma are driving the bus in this game. Like, since merge, everything has happened that we wanted to happen. The Jeff vote, like, we played a big part in getting Jeff out and starting that flip. Getting Pablo out, Emma, like, proposed the idea and I got the numbers for us to do that. So, like, if people aren't terrified of us right now, I don't know what they're doing or what they're thinking, because honestly, Emma and I, like, are the most dangerous players in the game right now. All my love viewers, goodbye.
Welcome, Tribe Beloys, to your 3rd post-merge challenge. There's only 8 of you left, so congrats for making it this far. Very exciting. Kyle, I will take back immunity. Thank you. Immunity is back up for grabs. Today we will be doing a challenge taken straight from the real CBS show Survivor. You will each start standing on one of these X's in this 8x8 grid that we have drawn on the law school fountain floor. You're each going to have a piece of chalk in your hand, and this will be a turn-based game. So one by one, you will take a step onto either an adjacent or diagonal square, and then you will turn around, X out the square that you just stepped off of, and that square is now dead for the rest of the game. If you find yourself with no squares left next to you to go to, you are out. Last person standing will win immunity and be safe until the final 7.
All right, we're gonna get started with our grid game. As we picked earlier, Paulus, you're gonna go first. Go ahead. Gia, you're up. Fantastic. Annie. Michael. Impressive move, moving towards the mills. All right, Emma. A lot of side stepping. Kyle. More hesitant. That's good. Alex. Lucas. Ooh. Okay. That's our first move. All right, Paulus.
I go
Alright,
here.
Emma. Sorry, Michael.
Yeah. Will you go there?
In-game strategy going. It's always interesting to see. Now, at this point, it's really become a 3v2v2. Alright, round 6. Ball start us off. Only one move to do. Alright, Emma.
Emma, I think, has it, actually.
Kyle?
I think we all need it. She has 3, I have 3. Yeah, what happens? Because we'll tie.
I don't know if you guys tied.
No, I do.
I don't.
She has 3, I have 3.
Yeah, but isn't that the point of the
Yeah, then you're both out.
The order was random.
There's not going to be a tie.
Well, I'll have to move first. I know, but I'll have to. But I'm disadvantaged because I move first.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
order was
that's
random.
Like there's disadvantages to being last and to being first.
Yeah, like,
That's the whole point of Squid Game.
that's,
I don't know.
Then she wins, we don't have to play.
there's no way you can work around being first.
Why did you do
So,
this?
don't worry about it.
Just finish it
Well,
up.
hop, skip, jump over.
Don't worry about the advantage.
Alright, we're gonna keep going.
But that's bullshit.
There's always going to be someone who goes first and always going to be somebody who goes
Yeah.
after them.
Also, it was randomized.
Yeah.
Sometimes, guys, I think what we've got to learn is just like the game Survivor, life is unfair.
Shut the fuck
Fair
up.
enough.
Pause, it's time to make your move. Round 6.
Complete another bullshit. Put this on the show. God damn it.
Alright, Annie, you're up. Alright, Michael. Some thoughts here. This little purgatory square. Alright, Kyle. Out. Officially. Lucas makes a big leap that is potentially not allowed.
I thought it was
And Lucas is out.
valuable.
It's going quick now. They know what this gate is. And he's been sent off to her purgatory. Michael's out. Emma's got room to run. Alice is down to his purgatory. And he's out. Emma's got a square. I don't think Paul's going to go. That does mean, Emma, congratulations. You've won immunity this week. Someone does not seem too happy with the outcome of the challenge. Pause, what are your thoughts on this challenge and next week's vote?
No, I mean, everything. My thing was, I thought I had it, and then I miscounted, and nothing to take away from Emma. She won, so congratulations. But yeah, that's just life.
Anyone have like a concrete strategy they walked in with? Yeah, Gia, what was your strategy?
I would stick to my corner so no one else can get to my corner, and that didn't work out.
Did not work out too well, dude. Yeah, Michael.
I have a strategy. So I play a lot of like Chinese checkers with my grandmother. It's like our favorite game to play. And in that game, you have to get to the middle first, because from the middle you have the most moves going forward. So I think that's what Kyle, Paulus, and I were thinking. But unfortunately, we were all thinking. So that kind of defeats the purpose of that strategy.
Congratulations, Emma, on winning immunity. Come and grab it. Yeah, you have ensured a spot for yourself in the final 7. For the rest of you, Tribal Council, one person will be voted out of this game and join our jury.
So what were you thinking, Michael?
Michael would be great. Can we do it?
Because the
I
idol.
don't think so. Like,
Yeah, so the idol messed everything up, but if we could just do Michael, we just do Michael.
so who's our second choice?
I want to get Gia out because Gia's literally becoming a liability for me. Like, if it's Gia and I who are seen as a pair, terrible news. Terrible news, because nobody's gonna vote Gia out. They'd much rather vote me out than vote Gia out. So if I can cut my ties with Gia and make it seem like I'm kind of like on an island, if I'm all by myself, even though I'm clearly not, I'm kind of running everything. Just kidding.
Literally everyone's talking about taking her to the end. I mean, I hope she knows that.
Everybody is.
Not literally everyone, but like Kyle and Michael and Alex kind of talking about it.
Yes, but it's just because everybody thinks she has a bad game. Like, that's the annoying part. Like, it's not because she like
Seen as
deserves it.
unstrategic, so you're safe.
And like, it's not even that like she's like acting unstrategic. Like, she literally just is.
We have 3, right? We need at least 1. Because I feel like
I think Alex is going to.
With us, you think?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
how do you think it's Michael and Alex? How do you perceive that?
What I perceive is that Alex is probably getting talked to by everyone because everybody
Yeah.
thinks he's just going to be this like lonesome person.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, let's grab Alex.
Yeah.
So like, even
But
if
Alex is telling me that he doesn't want Kyle to make it far. He doesn't want Michael to make it far because they've both been sort of like. He doesn't want Kyle, especially because Kyle's been sort of like steamrolling every vote. He
Yes.
doesn't want him to make it to the end.
If they do or deny, they'll say the same
I feel
exact
like
thing.
the safest thing is just to make Michael a common enemy. And then direct spare votes to someone other than us.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the plan. But I want Michael to play this idol, and then we vote somebody else off. But I don't know how to play that. How do we make that happen?
honestly, Michael doesn't seem to have that good of a game. Like, if I'm being honest, like, I don't think Michael has that good of a game.
I feel like that's not the perception.
But he's perceived as like having a good game.
But that's all that matters,
Just
right?
because he's like on like a sports team, but like, has he won anything? Has he done anything? No. Like, sorry, Michael, you are so irrelevant. Like, you are irrelevant because you have an idol. But like, what have you done? Nothing. You are irrelevant. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't won something either. He just doesn't seem to be pulling much weight in the game. So why is everybody thinking that he's like this big threat? Like, I agree, I want Michael out, but it's not really because I think he's a big threat. The only reason Michael is perceived as a threat is because he's like
likable, right?
Is because he's like what supposedly should be like, he's a straight white man who's like, you know, but like he doesn't give me like, oh, he's been running the game or he's done anything.
Well, that's Kyle and Emma, I think. Kyle and Emma's been running it because they've been inside the, like Pablo, Emma, and Kyle. That was I think the trio that were running it.
I know Pablo and Michael were working, but maybe Pablo.
No, but I feel like Emma's the like silent
I'm
assassin.
glad Pablo's out.
I think Emma has a lot of sway.
Yes,
and Emma,
I agree.
she has Gia under her finger.
Exactly,
Kyle and Emma are together. Emma's almost more influential than Kyle because people don't see her as much of the target. And I think that's what makes her game so much better than Kyle's. Because Kyle is very clearly a target by every single person. Everyone knows Kyle is just this big presence.
Yeah.
But I think, honestly, just try to get Gia out this week. And I'm like getting sick and tired of Gia. Let's just get her up.
Yeah, but also
I agree.
get rid of Gia in a way where other people think they might be in trouble.
Because my problem with getting rid of Gia, just plainly vanilla,
Yeah.
is that there's 2 idols left.
There's 2 idols left.
And we're assuming we want to get Michael, Kyle, or Emma out next time, right?
Yeah.
The 2 of them are the biggest threats.
We can't try and ensure our Gia thing by getting more numbers because then they'll know they don't have to play their idols. So if anyone contacts you or if you already have plans with anyone, just like, don't give them anything, but you don't need to be all like, oh, I don't know. You can also just be like, okay, well, I don't really have a plan. I'm a little worried about like my own position. Who do you want out? And then whoever they bring up, just be like, okay, sounds good.
But so what we still need to, are we only getting 4 votes or are we starting to get the 5th vote?
I think we're only getting 4 votes.
So we're getting Alex and that's all.
Yep.
But are we sure that we have Alex?
That's the thing, I'm also worried.
I'm gonna try to map out what if we have a Gia vote. What if it's Gia? Kyle, Emma are gonna vote me? No, we can try to get them to vote Michael.
Alex is such a vital piece to the puzzle right now. Like, everybody's probably kind of like in his ear, and if they're good at persuading him, like, we could think that we have it and then we don't. You know?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, even if you sway him, right? You only have 4. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I think Gia is the move because none of these other people, like, I really feel the need to get out, and Gia's just getting on my nerves. But if we're gonna try to get Gia out, that's only 4 people out of 8.
Survivor's ruining my life because it's all I think about now. Are people blindsiding me? Are people like lying to me? This game is ruining my life, and there's not even a prize at the end.
So yeah, like what are your thoughts now?
I have it kind of grouped into people I don't want out this week,
Uh-huh.
people with idols, and people who can be used to direct votes toward in the case they play idols.
Okay.
My alliance with Annie's like half true, half not, because one, I still want revenge for her voting out Allie from the beginning. I know like I need to let that shit go, but I'm still mad. Annie and I are starting to develop this thing, but Annie's also extremely clever and she might see right through it, and she might be doing the same exact thing with me. So Annie's like is there for me, but I would never count on her to actually, save me.
I don't know, how who are you close with? Because like I threw out another name and I like...
You just tell me the name.
Lucas.
I mean, ideally that wouldn't happen, because Lucas is one of the only people whose votes I think is actually gonna consistently go with mine.
Okay.
And if he's gone, then like...
Oh, that sucks then.
I lack all protection,
Who
except
would
for you, I guess, but like, this is very new.
This is new.
Like, I was thinking...
What about Gia then?
I'm fine with that. Gia has been on opposite sides for me for a long time now.
So I threw out Lucas's name first, and she shot that shit down immediately. So then I said, okay, what about Gia? Annie jumped on board with that for a multitude of reasons that I just don't remember. Oh, because Michael's playing with Idol, Gia's the next best option, because they're a duo now. Okay.
I'm fine with Gia though. If voting Gia preserves you, and it keeps Lucas sane because that's another person we could work with.
Lucas called me later that night, and I was like, dude, no. There was a point in the conversation where he says, Alex, I don't know why, but I really trust you. And I'm like, that was, he said, and he's like, I'm just gonna tell you everything, and hopefully this doesn't ruin my game. And I'm like, oh man, because I am definitely gonna vote you out in a couple days, dude. But he's like, I really trust you, and I just have this gut feeling that you're not gonna backstab me, and if if this is what ruins my game, then it is what it is. And I was like, yeah, it kind of is what it is. I need Lucas out because it's a number for Kyle. And Annie also showed me a group chat between her, Polis, and Lucas. That's a tight 3, and I'm like, no.
I think that works.
Okay.
I think that actually works.
That does work.
Okay.
Okay.
We're in a good spot. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's surprisingly not terrible.
It's
like,
not awful. But like genuinely, I do like this duo though, because I feel like my people and your people are separate from both of ours.
It's really good.
So we could always misdirect it from it landing on you or you landing on me. And like I'm like truthful to that too.
I'm trying to create these kind of secret one-on-one alliances with people so that when they all meet up, they think that, oh, no, we have to keep Alex because I have control of Alex. Like, that's my entire game. Honestly, I have no loyalty to anybody. I just backstab everyone. That's oh my gosh, I'm evil. I'm actually evil.
I'm voting for Lucas, and I've been pretty open about voting for Lucas. In fact, and this was probably like an error on my part, I was thinking, this afternoon was thinking I'm voting out Lucas, and he's somebody that I haven't really talked to at all in this game. And I was feeling bad about it too because, he's a first year and it just so happened that our games didn't really align. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play an honest game here, an honest and honorable game. I'm gonna give him a call and tell him that I'm gonna be voting for him tonight. In the moment, that felt like the honest and honorable thing to do. But in retrospect, maybe I overestimated the value of honesty in telling him that.
People are trying to get me out. I'm actually cannot handle this. This is the most in danger I've been this whole game. Michael's trying to get me out. It sounds like Kyle and Emma and Gia, maybe Alex. That's 5 people. They could vote me out. I think Alex would be a good liar. So what if he just lies to me and says that he's going to vote with me, but he's not going to vote with me? I have my secret advantage where I can switch one of the votes. I'm thinking I could switch Michael's vote. If Kyle, Emma, Gia, and Alex voted for me, Kyle, Emma, Gia, that would take away Gia's vote. Both of my votes be taken away. Kyle, Emma, Gia, and Alex. I need a 5th vote. If I get Alex, that could be my 5th vote. Can I trust Alex? No.
The plan is to get Gia out. However, the only person I think we can get potentially is Alex. And I haven't spoken to Alex ever. Gladly. Lucas told me like a couple of hours ago that he found a voter steal. And with that, we don't need anybody because we'll steal Michael's or Kyle's vote. We have 4. And then even if Alex doesn't flip, it's still a 4-4 tie. And at that point, he's definitely not going to a tie. Why would he ever draw rocks for Gia of all people?
I'm gonna talk to Alex tonight. I just don't know, because if I put my life in Alex's hands, there's no way to know if he's really someone I can trust. Because I haven't really been on his side ever before. Me and Alex had such a long talk last night. Like, if he wasted all that time just to get on my good side, that's crazy.
Things are going pretty well, but it's pretty chaotic because both sides are super confused as to what's going on. Both sides think that I'm being a fake ally to the other group to get information for their side, if that makes sense. Even right now, as I'm doing this confessional, now Polis is messaging me again. Is everything going according to plan? Well, Polis, you're gonna have to wait. I'm filming a confessional about how I'm outplaying everybody. Now Lucas is texting me. Everyone's texting me because everybody thinks that I'm aligned with them. Like, everyone truly believes I have their best interest, which is crazy.
This has definitely been the most chaotic vote so far. There's a lot of paranoia, a lot of scrambling, a lot of not know what's going on. This is what happens when Kyle and I take a step back, apparently. Normally we go in and we're like, this is what we're doing. And I just wanted to fly under the radar, chill a little bit after the last 2 votes, and it's now this gigantic mess. And so honestly, I'm just really glad I have immunity tonight. Lucas has sent Kyle some kind of sketchy text in the last couple hours, and we don't know if it's paranoia, trying to get him to flush the idol, I don't know, last minute scrambling, because Lucas, I do think, knows he's having votes put on him tonight, and so it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think it'll be Lucas, but I don't know.
Today, shit kind of went down. I got a text message from Lucas today, and me and Lucas have been working closely together all game, but I know that the plan is out there for everyone in the game right now. They don't know we're voting Lucas out. They know I'm voting Lucas out, which means Lucas knows I'm voting Lucas out. But Lucas sent me a text message about 2 hours ago, and he was like, hey, I'm so excited. We're gonna make Final 6 together because you're not gonna play your idol tonight, and we're gonna both be fine. So that's really fucking sketchy.
The big idea with this plan is to spook Michael and Kyle to play the idols. They don't know about the voter steal, so when we play it, hopefully they think it's their time to go, and we'll bank on that. So hope that they both play their idols.
But I woke up today and Lucas calls me at like 9 a.m. and he goes, Alex, I have game-changing information for you. And I'm like, okay, Lucas, like all right, what do you need? This motherfucker tells me he has a steal a vote advantage. With this new game-changing information, I've been having to steal a vote, 4-4, cause some paranoia. Lucas is gonna steal Michael's vote, and then Michael's gonna play it. Maybe Kyle plays it, because I told Lucas to send a message to Kyle to get him paranoid. I'm now starting to say that Lucas is sketched out by me, and blah blah blah. So hopefully they both play their idols. My argument to whoever I don't vote with tonight is simply that I wasn't willing to go to Rocks, and who can blame me for that? Because fuck no, I'm not going to Rocks for any of these people. I just met these people 40 days ago.
I'm not planning on playing my idol, but I'm sort of projecting that I'm playing my idol just because it works as a shield. It sort of hides me from votes because it gives me more power if I use it, and then I have more agency in who goes out. So I'm projecting that I'm going to play my idol tonight, even though I think Kyle and I are kind of on the same page that we're both not. That being said, I didn't know what was happening last vote, so it could very well be that way again.
I do not intend to play my idol tonight. I'm gonna try and call people's bluff a little bit, gotta risk it a little bit for a better outcome.
At Tribal, you're gonna see me act super stressed and really paranoid, but I know I'm not going home. I know that. I know, as a matter of fact, I should be receiving 0 votes. If I receive 1 vote, then you can replay this with clown music, but I should be receiving 0 votes. Technically, I don't really know who I'm gonna vote tonight. It really just depends on what Lucas does, but I'm not going home. So I feel good. I feel great. I feel great. I feel great. I feel great. Oh, they wish they could keep up with me.
The tribal council finally. Everyone can please turn on their candles. Because in this game, fire represents your life, and when your fire is gone, so are you.
Now we're gonna welcome the jury in. Announcement time. So, you did find out that someone communicated with someone outside the game to potentially influence / procure advantages in the game. That person is Gia. So unfortunately, Gia, you will not be able to win immunity during immunity challenges for the rest of your time. However, if Gia does end up winning a challenge, which she's still able to participate in, no one wins immunity. So there's still incentive for you to do well in challenges, but at the same time, if you win one, there's no immunity. So, Michael, you have an idol with you tonight. Do you think that'll come into play?
I'm leaning toward yes. I think it's no secret that I'm on the bottom here. Last vote, I was left out of the Pablo blind side, and so my back's kind of up against the wall.
Gia, after today's news, how are you feeling about your chances going forward, about tonight's vote?
I think it definitely hurt my chances of ever winning, not being able to rely on any immunity, but I'll accept it because what I did, it was an accident. I'll tell you guys later. It's not as big of a... Okay, like, it could have been a deal.
Tell us now.
Okay, so basically, Domingo got voted out, and then we have another club together, and he saw me, and he was like, Chia, I want you to win the clues at the law school library. And then it didn't even occur to me that that was like outside news. Like the next day I looked at the law school library, and this was like 3 weeks ago. But I don't know how you guys found out. I completely forgot about it, but I will accept the consequences.
My thing is that she's kind of valuable now. She got an immunity. Like maybe you want to keep her. You know, maybe that's the advantage. Hidden. I'm saying.
Do you want to speak more to that, Paul?
No, I'm just saying like she cannot win the immunity, right? So if you keep her, you know, she can't never win it, and she's still a
So it can always be chopped.
Exactly. I think you're a good person to pick.
Emma, you've got immunity tonight. Obviously, you think that gives you more power in deciding how this vote goes or figuring out different plans?
I wouldn't say it necessarily gives me. I certainly don't think it's given me more power in making decisions. This is the first vote. I've definitely heard a lot of different plans going around, and while I know what my plan is, and I think I know what other people's plans are, clearly we've seen the last few votes that hasn't always held, and I don't really know what's going to happen tonight.
Kyle, what are your thoughts on tonight's vote? Is it something that's set in stone? Is it something that's making you uneasy?
Yeah, like just to echo what everyone else is saying, there's been a ton of plans floating out there. I have a good idea of what I'm doing. I think I know what other people are doing, but again, like, you can never be too comfortable in this game because that's when you get taken out. And I think it's no secret, so everyone knows about Michael's idol. At this point, I also have an idol that I brought with me that I'm also heavily considering using this vote.
Particularly,
cheers.
You want to switch spots? You guys want
So, does anybody feel particularly in danger tonight? Oh, that's interesting, because I feel like the past 2 votes, we saw some people at least pretend to feel in danger, but everyone today seems pretty calm. Polis, did you feel like there was a mad scramble this time, or was it calm?
For sure. I mean, up until like maybe like yesterday, right? Like we had different ideas. We're like, oh, this should be the plan. I was talking to people, and then we couldn't square it out. And I feel like up until like this morning, whatever, we didn't like know anything.
Annie, do you think it will be a majority vote, or will there be a divide? Definitely all the plans I've heard have primarily involved a divide of some kind. Though there's been a lot of different just breakings.
There's a lot of plans in the air tonight. If anyone wants to say any last words, swing some minds, solidify some minds, that would be a good time.
Can I say something? I have something for you. Thank you. You have found the steal vote advantage. The steal vote will block the vote of one other person on the tribe, i.e. they will not get to vote. You will get to vote twice. In effect, you will be stealing their vote for yourself.
Annie, are you choosing to play your steal vote tonight?
Yes. And who are you going to play it on? Do I have to say? Yes. With that exciting piece of news, it is time to vote. Annie, you are up first. You will vote twice. Michael, you will not vote. Everyone else, 1 vote, just as usual. Annie, go ahead.
So, it's incredibly possible that I make the wrong decision here. Even with the steal vote, it's incredibly risky. Someone could play their idol, someone could play their idol on someone else.
Lucas, I thought we were all good, but I've heard you don't trust me, and that means you have to go.
Anyone would like to play a immunity idol now?
Doing it together.
Yep, on ourselves. Yeah.
If that wasn't clear.
Are you sure you don't want to play them for each other?
I mean, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I played for
yeah,
Kyle.
yeah,
I played for him. Yeah.
We can make more entertaining.
Michael's idol played for Kyle.
Are they real?
Is an immunity idol. All votes cast for Kyle will not count. Would you like to verify this idol?
Kyle's idol played for Michael is also a real idol. So Michael will
It'd be funny if it wasn't. That would be the ultimate power.
Yeah, that
play.
actually.
Oh my god, that'd be legendary! Oh my god.
That was fake.
So once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. Rishabh will read the votes.
One vote for Gia. One vote for Gia. 1 vote for Lucas. That's 2 votes for Gia, 1 vote for Lucas. 1 vote for Lucas. That's 2 votes for Lucas, 2 votes for Gia. 1 vote for Gia. It's 3 votes for Gia, 2 votes for Lucas. 1 vote for Gia. It's 4 votes for Gia, 2 votes for Lucas. 1 vote for Lucas. That's 3 votes for Lucas, 4 votes for Gia. And the 9th person voted out of you Chicago survivors, the 3rd member of our jury, is Gia.
Gia, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
I understand.
So clearly there were definitely 2 plans at work today. And clearly there's going to be some thinking to do on alliance-wise as to who's voting where next week.
I mean, I knew it was going to come down to me and Lucas, and I think Annie's advantage is what helped get me out. I should have played a harder game. I was trying to stay under the radar the whole time, but that didn't work. Like, I knew it was going to be a close call, but I was very surprised by Annie's advantage. And then also, on top of that, one person said they were voting for me didn't, so I lost the 2 things of safety I had. I had a lot of fun playing the game.
It is the day after Tribal, and I'm feeling a little bit better. It really did go exactly as planned.
Only Lucas and I have voted correctly the whole season. I knew I was voting out Gio, right? And the whole point was to get Michael and Kyle to flush their idols. Because yeah, they're my allies, but you really think I'm gonna let them? You think I'm gonna let 2 of these guys, 2 of the biggest threats, get to the end with idols?
Alex did vote with us, but he's clearly a big snake. He was talking to everyone else after the Tribal. He wasn't even talking to us, really. Like, it seemed like he was avoiding us.
Man, they were both mad at me for a second, but I honestly, I don't know if they bought my story, but I basically was just like, guys, like, I panicked. It was gonna go to a tie. I would have had to draw a rock.
Like, I see right through it. And honestly, it's putting a bad taste in my mouth.
I said, like, that derailed everything, and if I didn't tell you guys to play the idol, and then you go home, or at least you get 4 votes and then you're tied, I don't know what happened.
I guess he voted with us, so he's like showing his trust that way, and then he's trying to show the other side trust by like talking to them and being like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like that kind of vibe.
I said I was sorry, but it doesn't matter, because the next, you know, I think I got away with it.
I think it would be better if he just tried to stick with us. And I feel like he's probably going to stick with us this next vote.
So there's a great divide. I'm playing both sides, and I'm exactly where I want to be in this game.
Welcome, final 7 to your next immunity challenge. First of all, Emma, I will take it back. Thank you. Immunity is back up for grabs. You are going to attempt to memorize a series of symbols, and you will replicate those symbols on your answer sheets. You will run up these stairs, up those stairs, up one more set of stairs, and up there is where the board will be. When you think you have it, come to me. I have the answer key on the computer and I will check for you. Survivors, ready, go! Sorry. Lucas, put it back up. Everyone coming down. We've got Alex, Annie, Lucas, Michael, and Kyle working on the first set of symbols that they've memorized. Here comes Emma. Kyle already back up for his second round of symbols. Lucas sprinting up those stairs.
Everyone seems very focused. Community is very important at this stage in the game. Lucas with a few rows. Michael, Kyle, you're not allowed to touch other people's papers. Oh, that's your paper.
I wasn't touching it. It was
Okay.
mine.
Never mind.
Wait, which one is it?
Kyle and Michael's papers look pretty full. Polis's paper also getting full. Michael taking those steps 2 at a time. When you are ready to check, come up here. Kyle going down a floor, interesting. Check? All right, let's go.
I don't know.
Wait, why are there only 6 in the top row?
Oh, just kidding. Not right now.
Leave it turned over. Kyle, come turn it over.
Make sure Paul's can't see it.
Yeah.
Michael, coming to check. You seem to be missing one.
Yeah, I don't have a 2 of spades.
Mine wasn't right.
Really
The 2
not
of
have
spades
it
should
there.
go right here. I don't have a 2 of spades.
Michael, I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Okay.
Again, also. Okay, Kyle, coming to check.
4 diamonds.
Kyle, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Kyle and Michael both tried to check, both incorrect, but Michael coming back up for another go. Wait, why are you now missing?
This should be the queen of diamonds.
You have to put it on the board though. Where is your queen of diamonds? Alex coming to check. Ooh. All right, Alex wins in unity. Congrats, Alex. That was a difficult challenge. All right. That was an intense challenge, but congratulations, Alex. Beautiful. Alex, you have the right to assign the immunity item to somebody, so anyone else try the console in games, so get prepared.
All right, everyone. Alex
Yes, go
here.
Alex.
Won immunity. He's also feeling under the weather, so he's a beast. Gave the clue to me.
Yes.
The clue, just make sure no one's around. The clue is that the idol is where the crew gets camera and lights. So we think that's the Logan Center. So Alex and I are gonna go look there, and then
I got another one, and we think it's at Rosenzweig. It's about like COVID testing.
You got 2 of them.
I actually found 2.
Did they get any?
No.
I have no idea.
So. But yeah, so we're splitting up and gonna find both of them.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
do it.
Let's go, team.
The challenge came, and it was running up and down stairs. And running up and down stairs, you gotta memorize a 7x7. And guess who won that shit? Guess who won? I won. Gotta give the idol clue to someone. That was hard because I wasn't sure who I was gonna. I gotta pick a side. I've been playing both sides. This side, I'm gonna just give it to Michael because fellow Medici person. It's like the easy story. In reality, I just burned his idol. So I burned both their idols. I flushed them both. I definitely have the full intention still of making a move against Kyle, but I just don't know if I could do it at this next round because it would be Kyle, Michael, myself. If I could just wait one more round, maybe make a move at 6 and then, you know, win 5 and don't lose 4. I'm in the final 3. I think I have a good shot at winning. Yeah, like we're all like, we're strong 4, core 4, whatever, but it's an individual game, you feel me? And I'm trying to win. I'm just gonna trust myself and my ability to manipulate people.
I'm kind of sketched out. Okay, so I thought we had this on lock. Like Kyle's like the big stretch. He's good at challenges. He's played a good game. He had all the connections. I mean, at 10 he was in the loop. At 9, it's quote unquote his move, right? So I talked to Michael. Okay, like Kyle's the big stretch. Let's go vote him out. Michael disagrees.
Well, what is your argument? What is the argument for Anya? Like, did they see it as a big threat, whatever? Yeah, they see her as a big threat, and especially like the fact that she used a steal vote on me as well. Like, I feel like I sort of like almost have to make a move, like, because it's like, I don't know. It would be weird for her to like steal my vote and then I just flip. It's like like you watch basketball, it's like Kevin Durant like joining the Warriors. Like, you know what I mean?
And to some degree, I get their point because they're afraid of the 3 of us. The 3 of us are real close, Lucas and Annie. And at 6, we kind of have at least rocks, right? So I see their point to some degree, but you cannot let Kyle through. It's just such a big threat.
I understand that like it's not like best for your game. Like, I understand that like me taking out Annie right now is not best for your game. But like, to be quite honest, like keeping her in this game is really bad for my game. And I think that at the end of the day, like, even though like I might be like taking her out, she's an ally of yours. Like, we have a 3 plus like, and so we have like a nucleus that can make the decisions going forward.
He needs Annie gone now, which for one is like, I'm glad it's not me. I'm glad my shield strategy is working, right? Like, they're taking out one on our side and it's Annie. I don't know what she's done because I had all the connections. I got the 8 through. I talked to Kyle. I brought her in, right? So I think I'm just such a much bigger threat.
So I have some big news. I think that, so I talked to Polis, and Polis like was like, yeah, I think the odds that both of you guys are gonna flip are very low. So we're thinking of putting 3 votes like onto somebody. And so I was thinking, okay, like maybe I can trick him into thinking that like I'm gonna vote like one way, and then that way, like that's their plan, and they stop scrambling, and they don't think like they don't like vote for Io, they don't like do anything. And so I persuaded them that I'm going to like vote for you, when that is not going to happen. It's just like strategically bankrupt for me to like take Annie further in the game.
And like as soon as I get taken out, like they're not going to be looking at them, and then they're going to be looking at you.
I'm 100% on that page. But I do think that they think that a 4-3 is happening. So
okay.
So here we are.
So how many conversations have you had with people?
I have not had any, except I had one with Emma, kind of, but not really.
Okay. What about you, Lucas? Did you talk to anyone? How were your conversations?
I talked to Emma as well. Nothing really happened in the conversation, honestly. Who have you talked to, Elias?
Michael. And Michael was kind of I don't know what to do, but Andy has to go whatever next. That's his plan.
Okay.
That's what I heard too.
Did he say why he wants me out, just out of curiosity?
No, I guess you're a big threat.
Yeah, dude, you're a big threat.
Thank God we got time. Bless y'all. It's okay with y'all.
This is a mess. Is this flash mob? A one-man flash mob? Okay. Do you want to call us back?
If you want to talk to Alex, act like he's the fourth number.
Yeah. But be like, well, between like Annie and Kyle, are you sure? Because like,
I think my best bet is to put it on him. So like, yeah, so I talked to Michael, and he's like, between the two, he said like, you're the swing vote, like, what are you thinking? And he's probably gonna tell me I'm voting Kyle, and I'm gonna go, oh, that's fine.
So,
As of right now, like where it stands for me, like I would prefer Kyle gone, and I told Annie that as well, and she said that she was down with that. But I guess you guys hadn't decided or whatever.
Alex told me he's voting. I don't trust him. It could go either way. I wouldn't be shocked if Annie goes, and I wouldn't be shocked if Kyle goes.
I wouldn't have fucking flushed Kyle's idol out last round to not vote in this round. So he's going.
Kyle is the bigger challenge threat. At least I think like a little bit weaker on the challenges. So it's less likely that she wins the challenge. So hence I think Kyle makes just more sense.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. Alex could betray us and vote Annie out. I don't think it's the smartest move for them. However, I cannot always rely for people to make the best decision for their games, right? Hopefully he votes with us. If not, my chances to win decrease, but definitely nothing impossible.
It's the day of the final 7 tribal council. I know I'm getting votes tonight. I very well could be going home today. My fate in the game really rests in Alex and Michael's hands. I think I've played a great game. I've done all that I can do. I've made big moves. I've formed the alliances I need to, and I am a big threat. And honestly, if I do get taken out right now, I think I'll take it more of a compliment than anything else. So I guess we will see what happens, but wish me luck.
The last time, who was voted out? Gia was voted out. I was in a good spot, which was between Michael, Kyle, Emma, and Polis, Annie, Lucas. Do I side with the big threats of the game, being the Kyle side? But they're loyal to me, I think, and people would want to take them out first over me, but I potentially lose to them at the end. And they have the advantages as well, so I don't know, is it wise to go against that? The other side is, do I go with Annie, Polis, Lucas, because they can't win this game, and I take out the big threats. Will my alliance respect that though, that I flipped on them and I used them? Jury management, I'm not sure, but I think I know what I'm gonna do now, because I just spoke with Annie about 10 minutes ago.
Welcome, tribal boys, to the tribal council. Only 7 of you left, very exciting. First, we will welcome the members of our jury, Jeff, and Gia. Although, again, unfortunately cannot make it today, but he will be back on Friday. First of all, if everyone can please turn on their candles, because in this game, fire represents your life, and when your fire is gone, so... let's talk about challenge. Alex, how did it feel to win immunity?
It felt amazing, especially that challenge, just because it was like a really fun one. And not gonna lie, like seeing 2 people pair up for it and then still beating them, like it was nice. It was a pretty good feeling.
Michael, after the challenge, you received the clue. What happened afterwards? Did you go looking for the idol? Did you share the clue?
Yeah, like went looking for it. Like because like Alex was gracious enough to like share it with me, we went and looked for it together. And unfortunately, we couldn't find anything.
Annie, after last tribal, there seemed to be somewhat of a divide between people. Unclear exactly what those lines were, but do you think that the same divide will persist through this tribal?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure what the divide was at the end of last tribal. Like, everyone says, like, oh, well, I don't know what everyone else thinks, but I know where my vote's going. And that's basically how I felt about it at the time. And as for today, like, I mean, same thing, like, people, it's votes on a paper, it's an idea in your head. You can't view people as constant groups that stay the same all the time, because, like, I feel like kind of around the merge, that's when I discovered that that's how you get surprised, because people are always looking to shift those boundaries in their favor.
Emma, there's only 7 of you left. It's starting to get down to the point where you want to consider who you're sitting next to at the end. How do you think that will play into tonight's vote?
I think that we're at the point where there's still 7 of us, a lot can still happen, a lot of lines can still be drawn and redrawn, and so people definitely are starting to think about that. That being said, I also think that there's some consensus that there's still a big enough group where there's still plenty of time to turn on people and subsequently get turned back on. And so people are kind of starting to have to balance all of those things, and I think today we'll see how that's starting to play out.
Let me take a second. Does anyone have any last things they would like to say before we vote?
I want to play another advantage, basically.
Here's another advantage. All right, Emma, you are up first. Up this way. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I will read the votes. First vote is for Kyle. Second vote, Kyle. Third vote, also for Kyle, that is 3 votes Kyle, 4 votes left. Fourth vote, Annie. Annie, that is 2 votes Annie, 3 votes Kyle. Sixth vote, Annie. We're tied, 3 votes Annie, 3 votes Kyle, 1 vote left. 10th person voted out, and the 4th member of our jury is Amy.
Alright, show me your jury, babe. I've been wondering this whole time.
Okay. Come to me later.
Let's bring me your torch. Annie, the tribe has spoken. It is time for you to go.
But you guys are good kids.
Thank you all. I had so much fun.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Annie, I want to give you a hug too.
Okay, let's go.
Alright. That was an emotional exit. Only 6 left. We're going to dive right into our next challenge. Good luck making it to the final 3 because it will not be easy.
Next time on Survivor. Lucas mourns the loss of his closest ally.
Annie, I'm getting revenge for you, okay? Gonna mess with people's minds. If I'm not gonna win the game, I'm gonna make sure everyone else goes crazy these last couple weeks.
Meanwhile, animosity builds between Kyle and Polis.
Polis straight up told me that he wants to get me out of the game, so I don't really know how to take that right now.
He was trying to ensure that at 5, if he doesn't win, he doesn't go home. And I literally told him, no, you're getting out.
Polis, you're not gonna win regardless of whether or not you take me out, so why does it fucking matter?
And it looks like it might be the end of the Medici 2 alliance.
Michael wants me out, and my policy is if you want me out, then I gotta shoot you first.
Alex has been playing both sides.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're Medici too, but I think this is the time where gotta be the Medici one.
The Medici one?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
The votes that would have flipped would have been Alex or Michael, and I wasn't getting the right vibe from Alex this whole time. Like, before when it did seem he wanted to flip with me, he was like meeting up with me and initiating things, and today it was just kind of like, the vibe is different. And I was all ready to make my arguments to him about why Kyle and Emma, you're gonna let them go to the end. If they win a challenge, they get an idol, they're basically like in the end. I really felt that this was gonna happen.